Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about acceleration due to gravity below and above the surface of the earth. First, we will discuss about the acceleration due to gravity at a point above the surface of the earth, and after that we will discuss about the acceleration due to gravity at a point below the surface of the earth. Okay, in our previous video, we got an expression for the acceleration due to gravity on the surface of the earth as small letter g is equal to capital letter G m subscript e divided by r e square, where g is the acceleration due to gravity, capital letter G is the universal gravitational constant, me is the mass of the earth, re is the radius of the earth. So re square is here. I am taking this as equation number 1. I hope you remember this expression. Otherwise, I will provide the link in the description box. If you want, you can watch that. Okay, now consider this as the earth and Re as the radius of the earth. Let its mass be m subscript e. Okay, now consider a point mass small letter m at a height h above the earth's surface or above the surface of the earth. According to Newton's universal law of gravitation, there will be a gravitational force of attraction between the earth and this point mass. The general formula to find out the gravitational force of attraction between two masses m1 and m2 separated by a distance small letter r is F is equal to G m1 m2 divided by r square. I am taking this as equation number 2. We have already discussed about this. I will provide the link in the description box. So if you want, you can watch that. See, here this capital letter F is the magnitude of the force. Okay, so what about the magnitude of the force on the point mass m due to the earth of mass me? So let that force be, okay, the force on this point mass m due to the earth. Let that force be represented by F of h. Okay, force at a height h. Okay, that point mass is at a height h above the surface of the earth, no? So, I am just representing that force as F of h. Okay, that will be what? G into m1 into m2, product of the two masses. So, here we have earth's mass me, and here we have this point mass small letter m. So, m1 and m2 will be me into m here divided by r square. Okay, so here r will be what? From the center of the earth to earth's surface, that distance will be equal to what? The radius of the earth. No? When we consider earth as a perfect sphere, from the center to this point, that will be equal to the radius of the earth. Then from the earth's surface to this point mass, that distance is h. So from the earth's center to this point mass, total distance is what? Re plus h. No? So here in the place of r square, we can write Re plus h the whole square. Okay, I am taking this as equation number 3. See, here the distance of separation between the point mass and the earth is measured from the center of the earth. Okay, now by using this expression F is equal to m into g, we can write g is equal to F divided by m, where g is the acceleration due to gravity. So here the acceleration experienced by the point mass, which is at a height h above the earth's surface, can be written as g of h is equal to what? This f can be taken as f of h here. So f of h divided by mass m. I am taking this as equation number 4. Now I am going to substitute this equation number 3 in equation number 4. So from equation number 4, we have g of h is equal to f of h divided by m. From equation number 3, we have f of h as what? G m e m divided by what? R e plus h the whole square. Okay, that is f of h. F of h divided by m means what? F of h into 1 by m, no? So into 1 by m. Okay, this m from the numerator and this m from the denominator cancel. So rest we have g of h is equal to g m e divided by r e plus h the whole square. Okay, I am taking this as equation number 5. So see, the acceleration due to gravity on the surface of the earth is g equal to gme divided by re square. And acceleration due to gravity at a height h above the surface of the earth is gme divided by re plus h the whole square. So compare these two equations, equation number 1 and equation number 5. Numerators are the same now, gme. Okay, numerators are same for both. Compare their denominators. Here we have re square and here we have re plus h the whole square. So here the denominator is more. So g value will be less. Okay, when denominator increases, total value decreases. So when we compare these two expressions, here the denominator is more. So g of h, or that acceleration due to gravity, that value will be less here. Okay, that is acceleration due to gravity at a height h above the surface of the earth is clearly less than the value of acceleration due to gravity on the surface of the earth. Now, if this height h is very less than the radius of the earth re, that is, if this height h is very less compared to the value of re, how does this equation 5 will change? See, radius of the earth is about 6,400 kilometers, that range, no? If we are considering that height h above the surface of the earth as 100 meters or 10 meters or 150 meters like that, that is quite less than, very much less than the radius of the earth. So if that height we are considering is very much less than this radius of the earth, then how does this equation will change? See, this equation, that is g of h is equal to, this can be written as what? Here we have g m e divided by, I am taking re outside. So re plus h becomes what? Re into 1 plus h by re. Okay, when I take re as common from re plus h, that becomes re into 1 plus h by re. Re into 1, re into h by re get cancelled, then rest we have h here. Then whole square. Okay, now you see, this can be written as gme divided by re into 1 plus h by re the whole square means what? Re square into 1 plus h by re the whole square. So re square into 1 plus h by re the whole square. Okay, what is this gme by re square? That is the acceleration due to gravity on the surface of the earth now. Okay, small letter g. So we can write g of h is equal to small letter g into what? This is 1 by 1 plus h by re the whole square now. When I am taking this 1 plus h by re the whole square from the denominator to the numerator, it becomes what? 1 plus h by re all raised to minus 2. So we can write g into 1 plus h by re all raised to minus 2. Okay, I am taking this as equation number 6. Now, by using the binomial expansion, we have 1 plus x all raised to minus n is equal to or approximately equal to 1 minus nx. Okay, by using binomial expansion, we can write 1 plus x all raised to minus n approximately equal to 1 minus nx for x less than 1. That is, when x is very much less than the value of 1, then 1 plus x all raised to minus n can be approximated to 1 minus nx. Okay, here we have considered one assumption that h is very much less than re. Right, when h is very much less than re, see in this term we have h by re. Okay, h is very much less than re. So here, that is re is very much greater than h. Denominator is greater than the numerator. So this value will be less than 1. Okay, that is when h is less than re, this h by re will be less than 1. Right. So this term becomes in this form now, 1 plus x all raised to minus n. So here we have 1 plus, in the place of x we have h by re all raised to minus n, that is minus 2 here. That is, in the place of n we have 2 here. For x less than 1. Here h by re is less than 1. So we can apply this here. So g of h, that is equation number 6, g of h becomes, that can be approximated to what? G into, okay, 1 plus h by re all raised to minus 2 can be approximated to 1 minus nx. That is 1 minus, what is the value of n here? 2. Okay, 2 into, what is the value of x here? H by re. So h by re. Okay, I am taking this as equation number 7. So we got an expression, that is g of h is equal to or approximately equal to g into 1 minus 2h by re when h is very much less than re. Okay, this can be written as what? G of h is equal to g into 1g minus g into 2h divided by re. Okay, so this value of g, that is g of h, is small. It is actually for small height h. Okay, g of h is approximately equal to g into 1 minus 2h by re. This expression is actually for small height h above the ground. That is for h less than re. And it is also less than, it is actually less than the g value on the surface of the earth. Okay, because here we are getting g of h as g minus some value, no? So obviously the total value will be less than this g, no? Okay, so for small heights h above the surface of the earth, the value of acceleration due to gravity g of h, actually that decreases by a factor 1 minus 2h by re. Next, let us discuss about the acceleration due to gravity at a depth d below the surface of the earth. So consider this as the earth of radius re and mass m subscript e. Now consider a point mass small letter m at a depth small letter d from the surface of the earth. What about the distance between the point mass and the center of the earth? See, from the center of the earth to this point, that will be the radius of the earth, no? That is re. From here to here, this distance is small letter d. So from here to here, that is the distance of separation between this point mass and the center of the earth will be what? Re minus this small letter d. So this distance will be equal to re minus small letter d. Okay. Now, see, this earth can be thought of as being composed of a smaller sphere of radius re minus d and a spherical shell of thickness small letter d. The force on this point mass small letter m due to this outer shell of thickness small letter d is 0. We already discussed about this. The force of attraction due to a hollow spherical shell of uniform density on a point mass situated inside it is 0. Because various regions of this spherical shell attract this point mass inside it in various directions, and these forces cancel each other completely. Okay, so the force on this point mass m due to the outer shell of this thickness small letter d, that is 0 here. Okay, now consider the smaller sphere of radius re minus d. For this sphere, this dotted one, okay, for this sphere, this point mass m is outside it or on the surface of the sphere, not inside. Right. So the force due to the smaller sphere on the point mass m is just as if the entire mass of the smaller sphere is concentrated at the center. So let m subscript s, okay, ms be the mass of the smaller dotted sphere. If the earth is of uniform density, then the density of the smaller sphere of mass ms and radius re minus d can be written as density rho is equal to, we have the general expression for the density rho is equal to mass by volume, and we have a general expression for the volume of a sphere of radius r as v is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. Okay, so if we are considering this smaller sphere, its mass is ms and radius is re minus d. So its density can be written as density rho equal to mass of the sphere, mass of the smaller sphere is ms divided by volume of the smaller sphere, that is 4 by 3 into pi into radius is re minus d the whole cube. Okay, from this we can write the mass of the smaller sphere, that is ms, is equal to what? Rho into 4 by 3 pi into re minus d the whole cube. I am taking this as equation number 8. Now, the density of the earth of mass me and the radius re can be written as rho equal to mass by volume. So, mass of the earth divided by volume of the earth, that is 4 by 3 pi into re cube, because re is the radius of the earth. From this expression, we can write the mass of the earth as me is equal to rho into 4 by 3 pi re cube. Okay, I am taking this as equation number 9. So, this is actually the expression for the density of the smaller sphere, and this is the expression for the density of the earth. But in both the expressions, we have taken the same rho. We haven't represented it as rho s, rho e, or rho 1, rho 2 like that. Because we already said that we assumed that earth is of uniform density. Density is uniform, that is why we have taken the same rho here and here. Okay. Next, I am going to divide this equation number 8 with equation number 9. So, equation number 8 divided by equation number 9 gives us what? ms divided by me is equal to rho into 4 by 3 pi into re minus d the whole cube divided by rho into 4 by 3 pi re cube. Right, see, rho cancelled, 4 by 3 cancelled, pi cancelled. Okay, so rest we are getting this as re minus d the whole cube divided by re cube. Okay, that is we are getting this ratio, mass of that smaller sphere ms divided by mass of the earth is equal to re minus d whole cube divided by re cube. Okay, I am taking this as equation number 10. Now, from equation number 2, we have F is equal to G m1 m2 divided by r square. Okay, so the force on the point mass m, okay, point mass is here, which is at a depth small letter d from the earth's surface. Then the force on the point mass m at a depth d from the earth's surface due to the smaller sphere of mass ms can be written as what? F of d. Okay, that is the point masses at a depth d below the surface of the earth. No? So, I am writing that force as F of d. So, F of d is equal to what? G into the product of two masses. So, one mass is the point mass small letter m and another one is the mass of the smaller sphere, that is ms. So, ms into m divided by r square. R is the distance of separation between these two masses. So, here the point mass m is here. Then the mass of the sphere is concentrated at its center. So, distance of separation between them is actually the radius of the smaller sphere, that is re minus d. So, here we can write re minus d the whole square. Okay, I am taking this as equation number 11. Okay, now you see from equation number 10, we have ms by m is equal to re minus d the whole cube divided by re cube. So, from this we can write the mass of the smaller sphere as, I am taking me here, that goes to the numerator. So, me into re minus d the whole cube divided by re cube. Right, I am taking this as equation number 12. And what I am going to do is, I am going to substitute this equation number 12 in equation number 11. Okay, that is from equation number 11 we have F of d is equal to G into ms. From equation number 12 we have ms as what? me into re minus d the whole cube divided by re cube into m. So, into m divided by what? re minus d whole square. So, re minus d whole square. Okay, now you see here we have Re minus D the whole cube, and here we have the Re minus D the whole square. So Re minus D the whole cube can be written as what? Re minus D the whole square into Re minus D, no? So 1 Re minus D the whole square and this cancel. Okay, these two get cancelled. So rest we have f of D is equal to G into Me into small letter m is here. Then 1 Re minus D is here. So Re minus D divided by Re cube. Okay, I am taking this as equation number 13. We want to know about the acceleration due to gravity at a depth d, no? So we can write G of D. We have acceleration due to gravity, G is equal to F by m, no? That is F is equal to m into G, so G is equal to F by m. So G of D can be approximately written as F of D divided by m. Okay, I am taking this as 14. Now, I am substituting this equation number 13 in equation number 14. So, this equation number 14 actually becomes G of D is equal to F of D. What is that F of D? G into Me into m. Then Re minus D divided by Re cube. Okay, then divided by m. F of D divided by m. No, divided by m means into 1 by m. So, into 1 by m means m comes to the denominator. I mean, m will be there in the denominator. Okay, so this m and this m get cancelled. Alright, then this Re cube. Now, this Re cube can be written as what? Re square into Re. X raised to m into x raised to n. X raised to m plus n. So, Re cube can be written as Re square into Re. Okay, so this can be written as G into Me divided by this Re square I am writing here. Then here we have Re minus D. Okay, then here we have Re. Okay, what is this Gme by Re square from equation number 1? We have Gme by Re square as the acceleration due to gravity on the surface of the earth now. So we can write it as small letter g into Re minus D divided by, okay, this becomes small letter g. Then Re minus D divided by Re. So we got G of D is equal to G into Re minus D divided by Re, and I am taking this as equation number 15. Okay, now what I am just doing is, I am just taking Re outside from this term. That is, this becomes G of D is equal to G into, I am taking Re outside. So this becomes Re into 1 minus D by Re. Okay, divided by Re is here. Okay, Re into 1 Re into D by Re minus Re into D by Re cancel, minus D will be here. Okay, now you see this Re and this Re can be cancelled, no? So this equation becomes G of D is equal to G into 1 minus D by Re. Okay, I am taking this as equation number 16. Or this can be written as G of D is equal to G into 1G minus G into D by Re. Okay, here also you see the acceleration due to gravity at a depth D is actually equal to acceleration due to gravity on the surface of the earth minus this value. So that means G of D is obviously less than this G value. Okay, and from when we have discussed about the acceleration to gravity at a height h above the surface of the earth, we got the expression like this: G of h is equal to G into 1 minus 2h by Re. Okay, this was also again less than the value of G, and this value is also less than the value of G. That is, as we go down the earth's surface, as we go down below the earth's surface, the acceleration due to gravity decreases, okay, by a factor 1 minus D by Re. So acceleration due to gravity is maximum on the surface of the earth, that is G is equal to Gme divided by Re square. Acceleration to gravity is maximum on the surface of the earth or on the earth's surface, and it decreases as if we go down or if we go up. So in this video, we have discussed about the acceleration due to gravity below and above the surface of the earth. I hope you understood this. Thank you.